Hello, today I am doing a viewer requested video on how I do my skincare, eyebrows, and overall makeup look. If you haven't requested this, feel free to skip it. I have been sent three, but more recently, 2 makeup palettes by Alter Ego. I don't know how they got my address or thought I was any kind of person who used makeup on a regular basis, but I'm gonna be using these. I love these. They've sent me all 4 of their palettes. My favorite, I've had this for months, is Daydream. It's a pink palette with golds. Oh, it's so messy. I need to wipe this off. There we go, okay. So pretty, right? Some sparkles. The next palette I was sent, I gave away. My sister took it, I think. Then there is their Sahara. I've been playing around with this one a little bit. It's more gray and a warmer neutral. And then their brand new palette is Aurora. And I just started to use this one this week. And it's yellows and reds and oranges. It's a little bit less overall glitter too, so that's nice. And those are all of my eyeshadows. You just saw all of my eyeshadows. So the first thing we're gonna do is probably turn on a light. Do we think I need a ring light for this? I don't know. I have a ring light. Ring light makes my face really look vibrant. Oh, that's very vibrant actually. Try to set that up and see if this is better or worse. Oh, I think that's worse. We're just gonna go with natural daylight, and I realize that's probably not the best beauty lighting, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so first I'm going to wash my face. I've already done that this morning, but I figured I might as well do it again to show you I have no makeup on. The recent FabFitFun box included one of these makeup, what is this called? A makeup eraser. I don't know if I like it all that much, honestly, but I'm gonna use it. Usually I use antibacterial liquid soap at the end of the day, and I remember going into Sephora with my mom. I think it was a Sephora when I was little. I was like a teenager. And the woman asked me what kind of toner I used, and I was a teenager and I was homeschooled, and I was like, oh, I just use soap. And she said, I remember this, my sister remembers this, no soap, no soap, no soap. And I've used soap ever since, just to prove her wrong. That lady probably never gave 2 thoughts about me after that. Okay. Makeup removed. It was already removed. I haven't worn makeup in a few days. I always tie up my hair with just a cotton rag. This was a t-shirt. And I usually just tie it back. My hair is overall greasy. Greasy. Oh, I have such greasy hair. And that's actually, I washed it not yesterday, the day before. So this is just about a day and a half out. I've tried I feel like I've tried every oily shampoo and non-shampoo product out there. I've tried apple cider vinegar, which I really liked and I used for maybe a year, but my husband didn't like the smell and I didn't like the smell. So we're just gonna put up my hair in a bun. Good enough, and tie a rag, and this is usually how I do this. This little cotton strip of a t-shirt that I don't need anymore. Okay, get that up. I'm going to be looking in my mirror. I'm gonna have to put my mirror closer. And the first thing I do is put moisturizer on. I'm a huge fan of argan oil. I slather it on. I do have really oily skin. There's a lot. So I put this on first thing. I've already done that today, but I just took everything off. I'll give that a little bit to absorb. I've also been using castor oil. It's such a big jug too. Oh my goodness. I think this was about $20, $25. Oh, it's got Braille on it. Oh, that's rather nice. On Amazon in Prime, and this is going to last me forever. The Josie Moran, I think I usually buy for about $40 on eBay. And it lasts me about 6 to 8 months. Okay. We will wipe off my hands and let that absorb. And now I'm going to trim my eyebrows. I do this often, probably a few times a week. I have very fast growing hair. I don't know if that's from my disease or it's just something I've always experienced. I couldn't tell you. So my eyebrows get trimmed often. Let me zoom you in. We are zoomed in. Yikes. I have pretty shaky hands. And my eyebrows are fast growing, like I said. So I don't really do anything special. I get asked that a good bit, what I do to my eyebrows. I don't make anybody nervous. And I don't do too much of anything to get them to grow. They just grow. I think we were good to go there. And then I'll pluck them about 3 times a week. I just did this last night. Cheap tweezers from Amazon. So flip around my makeup mirror. I think they're too short to pluck. I actually didn't tweeze any hairs there. Just tried to grab them. And for any loose hairs, I then just use a little bit of the cotton. Now that my eyebrows are tweezed, I am going to use some eye drops. Allure Beauty has a subscription box once a month, and I've been a subscriber for about 6 months, so a lot of my makeup is from there. It's about $15 a month, and they send you 5-ish, sometimes samples, sometimes full products, kind of a mix. They sent me this Bosch and Loam Lumify eye drops. I had LASIK surgery in 2004, so just about 15 years ago, and I was very nearsighted. I couldn't see anything far. I had 2775 and 29 something. So what somebody could see at about 700 feet away or 900 feet away, I could see at 20 feet away, supposedly. So my eyes have worsened since the surgery, but I can still see much better. But since the surgery, I've been using just plain old Walmart brand Equate eye drops every morning and a few times throughout the day. My eye surgeon told me I would need to do that for about 6 months, and it's just a habit I've continued for my eyes. I feel they get really dry, especially with the forced heat. Bear says we don't have forced heat. We have central air here in Florida, so whatever that's called, heat, they dry out very quickly. The medications I'm on dry them out very quickly. So this is something I've added in addition to my regular eye drops. It does whiten my eyes, and I've been using it for about a solid month. I love this stuff. Good stuff. And I rub my eyes a lot. I have some seasonal allergies, and like I said, just my eyes get really dry. Sometimes my eye sockets dry out. That happens quite often. So eye drops are always within reach. I carry them everywhere. including my drawer next to my bed. But these I use, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week. I don't use them every day because I don't go out every day and I don't need to do makeup every day. But within 10 or 15 minutes, they absolutely whiten the whites of my eyes. I've picked up glitter from somewhere, probably the palette. I have a bit of a breakout happening. I had a chocolate. I had a bite of a chocolate. One of my friends came in from the Netherlands and gifted my husband some chocolates. And I was like, I only eat chocolate about once or twice a year. I had a chocolate somebody sent us, thank you so much, maybe a few months ago. So I've had 2 chocolates within the last 6 months, and I'm very sensitive to milk casein. I'm finding out about my body as I go. I'm almost 40, I'll be 40 next month. And anytime I have any kind of milk product, except lactose, I'm fine with lactose, the milk casein though makes me break out. So I break out very symmetrically usually, and that's happening right now. And I either scratched myself or I'm breaking out on there. So I need to address that. So I think we're pretty much done. The other 2 products I use semi-regularly, I don't know, maybe once a month, is this little blade I got from Marshall's maybe 2 years ago. And this is just for any little hairs. I tend to shave my face and that helps exfoliate it and just get rid of any little hairs. I like a smooth face personally. And then the other product I use, and I'm not going to use this on camera because I realize it'll gross some people out. I don't even know what you call this. It gets rid of whatever's in your pores, and I do have very large pores on my nose. I think that's a genetic thing, my mom said. So instead of just like pressing, I use this little metal tool. I think this was from Amazon too. 99% sure it was. And I just press a little bit and it gets out any grossness. I don't do that often, but maybe once a month. I used to use Biore nose strips and now I've just gone to that. It's reusable, it's cheaper. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for a pack of them. Okay, I think my face is pretty much prepped and we are ready to go. Let's get a drink of water. I drink a lot of water. I get very thirsty. As I said, I'm a very oily person, but very dry inside. So I like to drink a ton of water. And bought this from Amazon. I drink about 5 or 6 of these a day. And I do get my sodium levels checked. Thank you for the person who recommended that. Now, behind the scenes, before I put on any kind of makeup, at this point, I'm done for the day. Like, I've already done much more than I normally do on a regular basis. I don't need to, but I have gotten into makeup more since I've been feeling a little bit better. If you didn't know, I have CRPS in all 4 limbs. I also have some nerve issues in my abdomen that I get every 3 or 4 weeks, lidocaine injections. They do that at my gastroenterologist, and that kind of numbs up that area. But I was in a wheelchair. I do still struggle. I take a lot of medication and I'm thankful for every single pill. But behind the scenes, my body struggles a lot. So it's not that I don't need to put on makeup or I do need to put on makeup. It's nothing like that. It's just I'm not at a point in my life where I'm doing that regularly. But I am doing it more because I'm on film and I subscribe to Allure. So they send me makeup. I'm like, oh, this looks like fun. So most of this makeup is from them. But behind the scenes, I do take vitamins and supplements. One of the ones I really like, and it's pricey, but anytime I go off of it, and I do this very often to kind of test if it works, and I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, this works, is Kiwi by Halo Beauty. That's Tati's vitamin company. Oh, it works so well for me. I can tell within days if I stop taking it, and I just stopped, which might be from these breakouts, and anytime I eat anything except the 4 or 5 foods that my body does really well with, I just break out. So I do take those supplements in addition to a whole bunch of other supplements, and I put on a lot of heavy anything I have. FabFitFun sends me moisturizers, the castor oil, I've used coconut, I've used olive oil. I love argan oil. It's a little bit pricier, so if I run out of it and I forget to order it, or I just don't order it because I'm lazy, I will use olive oil or coconut oil. My mom suggested coconut oil, and I just slather that on. In fact, I have pillowcases that I use at night that have stains on them just from the oils. That sounds gross, but I put them over a regular pillowcase. So that's what's going on behind the scenes. And I do eat, I'm gonna say healthy. I'm not even gonna mention what foods I eat. That's just a personal thing. I feel my body does better on these foods. I've tried a lot of different kind of diets, not necessarily for my weight because my medications just put on weight, but just because I feel better on certain foods. My body processes different foods differently from most people. So because of that, my face does tend to either break out if I have something, a bite of chocolate, or do really well and clear up really nicely if I eat better, which I almost always do at this point because it's not worth it. First thing I'm going to put on, I'm going to shut up at this point, is Cover FX. This is a blurring primer. This is good stuff. I've also used e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I like both of these. This one fills in my pores better, I feel. And I'm using my beauty blender. It was from FabFitFun. I didn't pay full price for most of this stuff. I think this was a sample. I actually gave my mom a sample of this and she liked it too. Yep, this was a little sample. So I put on, I don't know what that is, 5 millimeters of this tiny little product, and I just pat this directly into my pores. Okay, I'm wondering if you can see my pores. If you're grossed out by pores, look away. Oh, you can really see the redness. Fantastic. I still have glitter on me. So that definitely goes on my nose. Occasionally I'll put a little bit more. I mean, it's so nothing. Right through this T-zone. Oh, you can see my breakouts too. Fantastic. Clearly I should have used a ring light. Okay, done. That's that. Yep. Also, I had the bright idea to shave and cut my sideburns. They're taking forever to grow out. Forever. Don't do that. I mean, unless you want to do that. Next, I'm going to do like a full face, what I would consider a full face. I love this stuff. In fact, I have paid, I think about $5 to $10 for these. I've bought 3 of them now. It's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable. Again, I have oily skin, so I do need to pat this throughout the day, but it is in N3 Natural Buff. And it gives me a dewy look. I tend to like more of a dewy look. Okay, so especially under my eyes, this makes a big difference. Like I said, I'm almost 40, so I do, and I have sleep issues. So I do tend to get bags or darkness around my eyes. And I also started, I don't know if this is because I'm plucking, trying to hold this area as I pluck so it doesn't, I have like a weird dark mark above both eyes. So I fill that in as well. I also have redness and acne scars on this cheek, more so than the other cheek. a lot of rubbing. Probably shouldn't be rubbing this. I am by no means any kind of makeup guru beauty person. If you are, I'm so sorry. And now, because this makeup tends to sit a little bit in my pores, I use my warmth from my fingers and just kind of melt that in a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Done. Next product. Let's do blush. I tend to do blush more than highlighter. I've always liked that rosy cheeked kind of natural red. So I'm going to put that kind of high on my cheeks. Yeah. And this was an Allure product too. Au Naturel in grapefruit. These are just products that people have sent me in boxes. So I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, I like it better than NARS Orgasm, which I know is a cult favorite. But I really like that cream blush. Okay. Looking good so far. I mean, I'm looking okay. I don't really use this anymore. This is Ciate Dewy Sticks. Also from Allure. I don't really know what this does. I should probably give that away. We'll put that in the drawer to give to my sister. Yeah, I don't think that made any kind of difference. Don't buy that. Here's what I got left. A lot of this is eyebrows. Oh, I forgot my SPF. Well, it's okay. I'm not going out today. SPF. I like that one. It was sent to me. I think next are eyebrows. Can you tell I don't do this very often? So for eyebrows, I'm a little vain about my eyebrows. I have been using this Maybelline. I will just buy anything on sale or that's sent to me. I've also found this at Goodwill. This is the GimMe Brow. It's in blonde, but I can use any shade from about top to a dark brown. I am going to put this mirror closer so I can actually see. Let's do that. So these are my natural eyebrows. Get some product on this. And the lighter color is kind of a base that fills in. I'll let you see what one looks like. This eyebrow tends to grow a little bit thicker. I can't talk while I'm doing this. I'm running out of this stuff. It's expensive. But again, I found it at the Goodwill bins. I don't think I'm going to spend the $20 on it. I think that's how much it is. Okay. So there is my finished brow, and there is my unfinished. You can tell a difference. It kind of just smooths the hair. I'm going to adjust myself as I'm sitting on the floor. Do the other one, and fills in kind of that background space. Can I do this in the actual camera thing? Running out of it. Also, I don't have glasses on, so I'm not seeing that very precisely. And then it kind of just rubbed down. So this stuff, love. Again, I don't really think I'm gonna buy it again, but I would recommend it. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of a darker brown I'm saying these like I know what I'm talking about. This is called soft brown. And I'm gonna do that same thing, but this time I'm gonna draw little hairs. And I'm really gonna fill this in. I kind of overdraw and then kind of just wipe it. I will thin that out a little bit with the brush, but I'm gonna draw these on fairly thick. Nope, messed that up. No concerns, just wipe it off. You can definitely see where the darker brow is. And I mostly do the darker brows when I'm on camera from afar. I don't use this on a regular basis because in person it's a little dark in my opinion. I'd also love to try out glycerin eyebrows. I've seen really good things about that. Okay, now clearly they're too dark. So a few things I do. You'd be like, why do you even do them dark and then wipe off all the product? But I feel that works better. Okay, so there is kind of my finished eyebrow. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. I kind of wipe into my actual natural brow. I think that's pretty good. This one's always a little bit darker just because it grows darker. So we'll darken this one up a little bit. This definitely takes me the most time, but I think it makes the biggest difference. So if I had to pick one product, well, I'd probably pick SPF, but past that, I would definitely do eyebrows. Okay, so there we go. We're a little dark up there. That's okay. I think the argan oil base kind of helps me wipe products away more easily. And even though I rub my eyes a ton, I don't rub my eyebrows. Just trying to get a really good close-up shot. There we go. Let's back you off. Okay, eyebrows done, face done. I don't really put on full foundation. I do have a really light foundation that I picked up at Walmart, Hard Candy. I just picked up a really light color. It's definitely too light for my skin, but if I have blemishes and I remember, this kind of covers them up a little bit. I should have done this before blush. But I don't use this very much, hence it's in the drawer to give to my sister. She might get it eventually. Okay. Notice how white my eyes are too. That stuff really works. I think we are good with my face and my eyebrows. Next, we will do a little bit of highlighter. And I've been using, I found this at the Goodwill bins too, the Glow Kit. I haven't been using this. This is a humongous highlighter. Look how huge that is. It's like bigger than my head, seriously. People say that and then they show it and it's not bigger than their head. I have been using the Sahara palette and I've been going in with this kind of lighter color as a highlighter. And I'll show you the trick I just taught myself for my nose. My nose is kind of bumpy. That's probably my Greek heritage and it droops a little bit. And I don't mind it. I've learned to like my nose. It doesn't give me any issues. So I am using a painter's brush. It's a really thin tip. And I have been grabbing a dark brown eyeshadow. And I'll show you what I've been doing, kind of to pick it up because it is longer. So I noticed somebody with kind of an upturned nose had a little bit of a natural shadow right across there. That's gonna look ridiculous. And I'm gonna put a little bit kind of right down the sides. But this trick, I feel like that works a lot. Hear me out. So if I back up a lot, you can kind of see where that picks up my nose. So I'm gonna blend that. Blend it with the Beauty Blender. I can blend it with the cotton. I'm not gonna blend it out completely. Maybe a little bit more, it's showing up on camera. And I think that picks it up a little bit. I might have even gone a little high with that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that down a little bit and draw it a little bit lower. Like most of that looks absolutely horrible, but I think it's cute. That might not have done literally anything on camera, but in person, it did create a little bit of a shadow. And shadows usually tend to make things sink in a little bit. So now using this brighter color called Jewel, I'm going to put that on the very tip of my nose and then up a little bit higher. Put some on my cheeks too. I'm trying to avoid getting that where I had the dark line. And I'm gonna blend that. Again, I really only do this for camera and if I need to look really decent in person. I like that look. Eyeshadow. I don't put on eyeshadow that often. You know I don't put on eyeshadow that often. I rub my eyes a lot. So when Alter Ego first sent me, they sent me this one and another one, which I passed along because it was just too much eyeshadow. Now I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. I wear it on some videos and then I don't. So I have greenish eyes, kind of a hazel green, and they have a gold ring around the center. My sister has kind of the same eyes, and when I eat healthier, they tend to brighten. So they're not super bright right now, but they are green. So for green eyes, I Googled it. I tend to do better with greens, browns, purples, and kind of a burgundy color. This eyeshadow is my favorite, but I won't be using it. I'll be using the new palette. Is Enchanted, which is kind of this reddy color here. I really like this color. These swatch beautifully. I mean, just beautifully. Look how pretty that is. The glitters are nice. I am like literally wiping that off and it's still nice. So this one's my favorite. The Sahara has more browns and golds, and I can also pull off gold. I have a very warm skin tone, so this kind of mustardy color, the browns I do really well with. I'm going to swatch Mirage from there. I should swatch it with this finger so I can keep this consistent. I accidentally like put it right on top of the other one, but it's really pretty. Just touch that there too. Okay. Their new palette is definitely more of like a sunset orangey red. The yellow is really pretty too. And it has some purples. So I do okay with this one as well. I just started to use it. So I only have one makeup brush, literally one. And this came from FabFitFun maybe a couple years ago. You want to know what I really do? I very rarely clean this brush. So whatever this has on it, I just wipe out my eyes usually. But for this video, we are actually going to put eyeshadow on. I'm gonna go with Nova, which is a very bright pink. Should I go with that one? This is more of a lighter palette, I think. Sahara has darker colors, and this one is more, you can definitely see that on camera. And they both have 15. The other one has 18, I think. Do you have 18? 18. Cruelty-free, lasts over a year. Love that. I'm going to keep these for years and years. It doesn't matter what it says on the palette. Let's do Nova. Just pick up literally just a touch or two. I used to get a lot of pink eye. I was homeschooled and then went to college for elementary education for the first few years. Just tap that very lightly. And so when I worked in a school, I would get pink eye. Oh my goodness, if anybody had pink eye. So I kind of like the pink eye look on my eyelids. And I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender and rub that in a little bit just to get off the majority. Blend, 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 blend. Lots of blending. And I think that makes my green eyes stand out a little bit more. I'm also going to use this Sunburst, which is bright yellow. And I'm going to blend this in. I'm just going to tap the same brush and warm this up just a little bit. Makes kind of an orangey red color. I have to get them to match. Blend, blend, blend. They don't have much fallout. Love that. Okay. So there's that. I am now going to wipe off this brush on the same cotton. I have a lot of these. We just constantly wash cotton cloths. Done. And let's go. Oh, I love the purple. Should I put purple on top of orange? Yes, let's put the Dawn on. This top purpley color. It's a shimmer. Shimmer does have a little bit more fallout than the matte. You're like literally just piling these on top of each other. Yes, I am. That pinkened it up again and added a little bit of shimmer. I like shimmer on my eyes. Okay. I'm not going to blend that. I'm going to go in with a darker, the darkest color on here, which is Twilight. I would go in with a dark brown. Let's actually go back to the Sahara palette and use this little brush. This isn't actually a makeup brush, it's just a painter's brush. And I'm going to put on the darkest brown called Raven. I'm gonna line my eyes with that. And this is fairly easy to do with this brush because it's so thin. I don't love the look of a true, I just poked myself, eyeliner on my eyes. So lining this in a warmer brown color gives me a little bit of that look, especially on camera. Making faces, making faces. And then, wouldn't you know, I will blend this. And now, same makeup brush, you rub it out and put on the lightest highlighter kind of color. It's a warm gold called Brilliance. There we go. And I'm gonna let that just kind of fall into the corner of my eye and around the bottom. And put in quite a bit of this. On my nose for a little bit of good luck. Okay. Now we're going to take that same brown and the same painter's brush and stick it in the fold of my eye. This is going to get messy, but again, we'll blend it. I'm blending this up into that space. I have a lot of space in between my eyebrow and my eyelid. I'm gonna also line a little bit darker. Or what I think is a little bit darker because it's hard to see. Okay, I'm going to call that an eye look. Probably need to blend that out, but we'll do that at the end. Yeah, like that a lot. Good palettes. Highly recommend these. I wouldn't recommend them unless I really enjoyed them. We will do some lip gloss. My forever favorite lip gloss are these little ones by Jane Iredale. Jane Iredale. They are the Just Kissed Lip and Cheek Stain. I've been using these for probably about 10 years. I buy them on eBay. And it's peach. Again, because I have that olive skin tone. And like a natural look. They're definitely more moisturizing. I'm going to rub this out now. another one of my newer favorites. Okay, my lips are a little red, but we'll go with it. This site, I always click into Instagram ads because I sell online. I like to know kind of what brands are becoming more popular. Finding Ferdinand. I'm sure you've seen this on Instagram. They are custom lip glosses, and it is a smaller size. I don't even think I have a regular lip gloss. What can I show you? Okay, that's my eyeliner. Nope, this is my eyebrow pencil. So they're a smaller size, but you can customize these. Because of the warm skin tone, I put yellow in there. That has made all the difference. I have tried a lot of lip colors, especially reds, and if it's a bluer red, I look horrible. It yellows my teeth, my skin tone looks terrible. But by putting the yellow in there, and you could put any color you want, you could put black, you could put blue, they allow you to do the opacity of colors if you like a sheer or a matte look. Anyway, they're $9, but usually you can find a coupon code, and I paid $6 with free shipping. So this is the lighter color. It does have more of a lipstick feel to it than this gloss. And then this one, and you get to name them. They put them on the bottom. So I called that lighter one Pumpkin Beaches. Huh, I got to name it. I could have put my name on there. And then this one's more of the pink one. And I called this Olive Goddess. So it definitely is more of an orange color. I'm gonna wipe that off because if I don't, I'll just be eating that. Very much like those. Would I order again? I definitely have ordered these again. I don't know that I would order these again because of the lipstick feel. It feels like I went back to, I don't know, like the 40s, 50s and put lipstick on. It has a very, I couldn't even tell you what it is besides lipstick feel. Now, mascara. Mascara brightens up my eyes for sure. This is Benefit. They're real. Again, Allure. So I'll just use basically any mascara, and I go fairly heavy on the mascara. Again, if I'm on camera. If I'm not, there's no way I'm putting on mascara because it drives me crazy. Okay. This makes a huge difference for me. So you can see which I have mascara on and which I didn't. Mascara always makes a huge difference for my eyes. I do cut my eyelashes. Maybe don't do that. Mine grow back insanely long and thick. Again, just a fluke thing. I have nothing to do with it. So because I wear glasses, I don't like my eyelashes to touch. I haven't cut them in a few weeks, so they're probably very close to being their natural length at this point. Will I cut them again? Yes. Should you cut them? No. Next one. This takes a long time. I'm actively sweating and hungry, and I have to pee. Okay. So that is my finished look. This is probably how I look on a filming day. I will say a few things. I like a wet mascara. I forgot to mention that. That is not my few things. My face is a lot lighter than my neck, so I probably at some point in the future, I'm not going to do this, but theoretically it'd be good to do in my head, get a more olive foundation. Because you could probably see the difference between my neck and my face. My face is a little bit lighter. It doesn't read as light in person. But it is absolutely lighter. My hair is so oily. It's like actively wet oily. Okay, there I am, all made up, before and after. Or just after, because so this is my after. Hair pulled down, which you will probably never see because I don't like my hair pulled down. It bothers me. And full face makeup. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Again, I probably can't answer them. Feel free to Google. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh, and thank you to Alter Ego. Good stuff. Highly recommend, especially for the price. I really thought these were like on the $40 range, and they're less than $20. I think they're like $15 to $18 for 15 to 18 decent size eyeshadows. The Daydream is absolutely my favorite. Love all of those colors, so pretty. I don't do the glitter that often. I'm not really a glitter person. Here's the new one, the Aurora. I would love for them to come out with a green palette or like green purple. I'm sure they will. They feel nice. They're fairly inexpensive, cruelty-free, and I will have a giveaway. I'm filming this mid-December, so if the giveaway is still active, I'll have it in the descriptions. I will be giving away a Sahara and the Aurora palettes to one person. Just comment Alter Ego down below, and I'll put all the details in the description below. So if you're watching this on a TV, you'll probably have to enter through the comments. They sent me these for free without my asking. And I'm not a beauty person, so I really appreciated that. And they've sent me extras to give away, which I thought was so, so nice. Love this company. Thank you. Okay, I'm shutting up.